Something changed this week for Big Tigger that might end up being bigger than the arrest itself. Because getting arrested is one thing, but when the consequences start hitting your career, your income, your reputation, and the opportunities you've spent years building, that's when people start asking a very different question. Has Big Tigger already lost more than his freedom? Because first came the lead from V103. Now reports are saying he may even have been pulled from a BET event. And suddenly a man who has spent years building one of the cleanest reputations in radio is fighting for much more than his name. Everyone knows about the arrest. Everyone has seen the headlines. But now we're seeing professional consequences. That's usually when things become serious for people, right? Employers and sponsors often react before the courts even render their judgments or verdicts. Public perception becomes part of the story. People make up whatever they want. But what makes this situation different is Big Tigger's reputation before all of this happened. He's had a long career in radio, very respected in Atlanta as a media figure. He was a BET personality. He has built his brand over years. Never been known for scandal. Many people say they've never heard allegations like this attached to his name before. And let me clarify the child cruelty charge. That was because Alicia Brown's 13-year-old son was in the house. So it doesn't sound like he got physical with the kid. It's just the fact that there was a child present in the home when the incident allegedly occurred. When someone with a history of controversy gets accused of something, people almost always expect it, right? But when someone who has largely avoided major public scandals get arrested, the reaction is like, what? Oh my God, it's unbelievable. The blogs began digging into the ex-partner's background. Then allegations surfaced regarding prior issues, claims of previous disputes, claims involving CPS, and claims that his partner, we don't know if she's officially his wife, previously made allegations against some of her former partners. Here's where I think some people are missing the point. These events that they're saying that she was involved in were reportedly many years ago. So whatever happened then, happened then. Big Tigger knew her. He chose her as a partner and had a child with her, right? So if those stories are true, he still made the decision to build a family with her. So bringing up events from over a decade ago doesn't automatically answer what law enforcement is looking at today. She may have done some of those things, but that doesn't mean he didn't do what he was arrested for either. And here's another twist to this story, you guys. Both parties came out and publicly denied any wrongdoing on his part. It seems like she was protecting him. Some people thought the story would just go away and disappear. Instead, an investigation continued. And this is where things change. The police, they kept investigating and allegedly reviewed some surveillance footage inside of their home. So the investigation moved forward and that led to his arrest over the weekend. At that point, it wasn't just blogs arguing anymore or telling a story or just random gossip. It became a criminal matter. The report suggests surveillance footage played a huge role in the arrest. The public has not seen everything that the investigators saw, and authorities apparently believe there was enough evidence existed to go ahead and make the arrest. Whatever they saw, you guys, it must have been big enough for them to arrest him, or I don't think they would have. I think it kind of would have just been swept under the rug. So, V103 leave of absence, BET reportedly distancing themselves, and the public scrutiny increasing. You guys, I don't know. The arrest may not be the biggest threat that Big Tigger is facing right now. The biggest threat might be whether companies decide the controversy itself is too much risk. Radio stations want to protect their brands. Networks protect their brands and sponsors protect their brands. Even if someone eventually clears their name, sometimes the opportunities never come back, right? So some of the possible outcomes is that the investigation resolves and his career is fine and there's no issue. Or the case continues, there's more evidence, and maybe there's some criminal charges. I don't know. But the legal outcome and public opinion become two different things. Even if he's, legally cleared, the public perception sometimes still remains. Even when you put the facts in front of people, sometimes they're just going to believe whatever they want to. This is one of those situations where two things can be true at the same time. Big Tigger has spent years building a respected career, and he deserves due process just like anyone else. But it's also true that the arrest appears to be having real professional consequences right now. The question isn't just what happens in court. The question is whether the career he spent decades building can survive this fallout, you guys. What do you think? Is this something Big Tigger can just come back from? Or has the damage already been done? Who knows? But y'all let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.